This is Hayes Q Jones, your DVD and Blu-ray baller on a budget, and this is HQ Videos for you. If you're new to the channel, welcome. Please like, share, subscribe. If you're a current subscriber, what's up? You're greatly appreciated. Come on in, make yourself at home. This week, yes, takes me back to Dollar Tree. One of these just persistent people that will go to Dollar Tree and just scour through their many list of duplicated copies of movies just to find one or two copies they don't have. So I actually found a couple things along with my Dollar Tree pickups, have my 3D pickup, my classic pickup, plus some really cool eBay, Amazon picks. Have Anchor Bay, Disney Movie Club, Shout Factory Select, or Shout Select I should say, Kino Lorber. So really cool stuff. I have this really nice 4K Paramount Digibook, old school stuff. So old school movie presented in a new way in 4K. But before I get into, and by the way, you see here my wife is fixing pizza. She's fixing two, one vegetarian for me and one regular one for her and the boy. So enjoy watching her make the pizza though. But back to the task at hand. Not only do I collect movies, yes, I'm one of these weird, wild individuals. I actually watch them. And on a weekly basis, just like to share a couple movies I watch with you, either live in the theater with my family, streaming on the Fire Stick, or actual physical media. And I'm going to kick it off with some physical media. This is somewhat inspired by Girl Black. I think she saw the movie Mother in one of my out and about videos, and I thought I hadn't watched it yet, so decided to watch that. So Mother is a 2017 drama horror mystery thriller directed and written by Darren Aronofsky, starring Jennifer Lawrence, Javier Bardem, Ed Harris, Michelle Pfeiffer, and Brian Gleason. Strange ass movie. I still don't know if I understand what happened. It has somewhat of a Rosemary's Baby feel to it, where you have the somewhat doubting wife who wants to have a child, and you have the artistic husband who's looking for that big break. Javier Bardem, of course, is the artistic husband, unlike I think it was Don Cassavetes in Rosemary's Baby. He's not an actor, he's a poet. And he's having writer's block. I guess he had a great break before, and he hasn't been able to write anything in years. And Jennifer Lawrence is in this rustic house trying to make it a home. And slowly but surely, and I don't want to give too much of the plot away, people start entering their lives. There's a lot of MacGuffs in this movie. If you know what a MacGuff is, it's a Hitchcock term where they have a vital item or object or subject in the storyline, but they never really reveal what that is. Perfect example is Pulp Fiction and the briefcase. You open up, you just see a gold glare, but you never see what's in the movie. You never see what's in the actual briefcase. A lot of MacGuffs here, with the things that she's drinking, with the stuff coming out the floors and out the walls, and the ending. Didn't really understand it, the ending though, but interesting movie, interesting ride. If you like that kind of somewhat abstract type movie, Mother is right up your alley. My next pick is a 1966 Western, Nevada Smith, directed and produced by Henry Hathaway, starring Steve McQueen, Carl Malden. You might know him from Streets of San Francisco with Michael Douglas back in the day. Brian Keith, you might know him from Family Affair. Arthur Kennedy and Suzanne Plachette, you might know her from Three's Company. The whole backline, don't give too much of the plot away. Steve McQueen is a cowboy, for lack of a better term, who has something very horrendous happen to him. And it is his mission to strike revenge on the people who have done harm to him. Very cool movie. What's interesting, Steve McQueen's supposed to be half Native American, half white. Everybody's calling him a half-breed. It was like he has blonde hair, blue eyes. You really can't tell the difference. So thought that part was funny though. But Brian Keith has a cool part in it. Very cool ending. Suzanne Pleshette, very cute. She was a little cutie back in the day. You like vengeful westerns, really good plot, pretty decent ending. You definitely like Nevada Smith. My next pick, this was someone inspired by Kenesha Bradley. She has a Facebook page, DVD Bliss, I believe. I saw this on her timelines, one of the movies she got. I was like, oh yeah, that's on Amazon. So check that out. This is the 2023 American supernatural horror film, Pet Sematary Bloodlines, directed by Lindsay Anderson. And I don't want to give too much of the cast away because I went into this knowing literally nothing about who was in it though. But you have Jackson White, Forrest Goodluck, Jack Mulhern, and Pam Grier. I won't give you any more than that. Pam Grier look like she might be on her Ozempics. Look like she's dropping a few pounds. So you look good, girl. Keep it up. Again, I didn't know anything going into this, so I don't want to give too much away, so you can be just as surprised I was, especially some of the actors that were in there that I wasn't expecting. It's the same essential story. You can't bury people in this certain pet cemetery, where this society decided to bury their pets. You bury something there, it comes back, but doesn't come back quite the same. And you notice right away that the film takes place in the 60s, so I'll give a little bit of a spoiler away. It's a prequel, and it took me a while to figure out who in this movie is related to the actual first movie. So, very good movie. Was it scary? No, but most movies nowadays really aren't. I can think of 3 probably scenes in my life that really kind of flipped me out. First one's probably The Exorcist, when that bitch turned her head around. Second one was probably Pet Sematary, the first one I watched in the theaters, and I can just hear that mother. That just went in my head all night. And probably the third one, Hereditary, where that chick is trying to saw her head off. So other than that, movies really don't flip me out too much. So, but entertaining horror film, Pet Sematary Bloodlines. My last pick is a 2024 neo-noir action thriller film, Monkey Man. And when I read this, I was like, what is neo-noir? Actually, neo-noir is a revival of a film noir, a genre that originally flourished during and after World War II in the United States, roughly around 1940 to 1960. The film term film noir translates literally in English as dark film or black film, because generally the lighting was dark and the stories were sinister, often presented in a shadowy cinematographic style. Neo-noir has a similar style, but with updated themes, content style, and visual elements. So that's what neo-noir action film is. But this was produced by Dev Patel. This was his directorial debut. Also produced by Jordan Peele. You know, I'm a Jordan Peele fan. Get Out, Us, Nope. But this stars Dev Patel, and I'm gonna only hit a couple of these names because they're so difficult for me to pronounce. Peter Bosch, Charlito Copley, Vipin Sharma, and Sikandar Kher. And essentially, this is another vengeance story. I've heard it compared to John Wick. I'm going to give it more of a even storyline. You have an even amount of storyline, little drama, with an even amount of action. Great fight scenes. I really appreciate good fight scenes. I've seen so many movies that you can see the missing them, the punch like a mile away, though. Great choreography in the fight scenes. Great storyline. Dev Patel did a great job. Very believable. So if you like that substandard John Wick with a nice storyline, nice evenly paced movie, strong ending, Monkey Manager movie. Now, without further ado, sit back, relax, have a drink of a smoke, and I'll catch you on the other end of this video. We're back at the Black Cave. Back at the Black Cave. We are back at the motherfucking Black Cave. Have my Dollar Tree pickups here. Have my 3D pick for the week, my classic pick. Have a little extra eBay and Amazon pickups. Some Kino Lorber, Shout Select, Disney Movie Club, and a little Anchor Bay. So let me get these scanned in, and we'll jump right into it. Hold on. All right, let's just jump into what I picked up at Dollar Tree. Of course, these are blind buys. Let me get this little, there we go. The Coast Guard from the director of 3 Iron. It's a Korean movie. I've been really getting into Korean television series, especially on Netflix. I just watched the Jeon Sing Creature. Great series. Also waiting for the second series of Squid Game. I don't know if they're ever going to have a second series of that on Netflix. But this looks interesting. I think it's all in Korean. So it's subtitled. I'm not a huge fan of subtitles because it kind of takes away from me a little bit from watching the people's face and some of the backgrounds. But if it's not too bad, it might be good. Coming to, oh boy, I've seen the remake of that with Spike Lee. Crazy story. Looks interesting though. This is a Tartan video release, the Coast Guard. My second one here. Got my Wesley here, my Wesley Snipes, aka the real Blade, Johnny Blade. Life Form. And this is like a sci-fi horror flick. A Monster is Born. And this is a Wild Eye release. Wild Eye, I would equate them to, I think it's a UK or Aussie company. And their movies are kind of equivalent to Asylum, kind of low budget horror. So it looks interesting. Life Form. And of course at Dollar Tree they're $1.25, so you already know what I spent. That's why I picked up at Dollar Tree. Next, a couple of eBay buys here. Actually bought Major League. If you haven't watched this, great comedy sports film. This is kind of the movie, I think, that jump-started Wesley Snipes' career. Of course, you have Martin Sheen, Tom Berenger, and Corbin Benson. You also have, I can't think of his real name, but he plays Serrano, the Cuban baseball player who also played the president on the television series 24. So we have Major League, the Wild Thing edition. I might actually watch this. I haven't seen this in a minute. It's a Paramount release. And I've been waiting to get these. I want to get them all together, so had to get 2. Charlie Sheen, Tom Berenger, and Corbin Benson. I think I already mentioned this is a universal release. The thing I don't like about this, and that's the plastic rattling. I think how Wesley started getting a bad rep in Hollywood, he didn't do the sequel, which kind of sucks. I love when they have the same people doing the sequels and trilogies or throughout the movie. Instead of Wesley, they got Omar Epps, who did a decent job though, but when you're used to watching Wesley, it kind of takes away a little bit away from the movie. Major League 2, again, wait a minute, that's Paramount release, Sony release. That's probably why they ever did the trilogy together on Blu-ray. I think they did on DVD. Paramount, Sony. And got the third one, which I haven't seen. I don't believe I've seen it. If I've seen it, it's been so long ago I've forgotten it. Looks like Corbin's in there, but I think he's the only person. Martin Sheen's not in there. I doubt very seriously Wesley's in there. See 2 dark spots. Is that Serrano? I didn't take very good pictures of the brothers though, but this is a Sony Paramount release. Back to the Miners. I got all 3 of these together for a decent price. It would have been cheaper. It's actually cheaper getting these 3 together than getting them separately. I think this one is kind of pricey in Blu-ray. Major League 1, 2, and 3. The Philadelphia Experiment, based on the real-life Philadelphia Experiment, which no one really knows what kind of happens. Like, allegedly, a whole ship disappeared. This is an Anchor Bay release. They have a sequel to this, which is not as good as the first one, though, but very cool flick. The Philadelphia Experiment, Anchor Bay. I think this is, well, I know Anchor Bay is out of print. I don't know if someone else has picked this up. The Philadelphia Experiment. My next pick is a Disney Movie Club Blu-ray exclusive. Vin Diesel. He looks a little bit smaller, a little more buff. Vin Diesel, the pacifier. I was about to say the pacifier. And big heads up, if you're a movie club, or if you're a fan of the movie club, Disney movies, you better get them now, because a lot of these are going out of print, and some of these are getting pretty pricey. So this is a decent one. I don't think this is one of the more popular Disney movie clubs, though. But the other ones, Treasure Island, Swiss Family Robinson, Blackbeard's Ghost, those are getting kind of pricey. So with those movies, keep a lookout for them. Vin Diesel, The Pacifier. My next one actually talked about in one of my weekly movies that I watch, Midnight Run. You have a younger Robert De Niro, Charles Grodin. I actually watched another Charles Grodin movie earlier, Taking Care of Business. He's an okay straight man. He's not like Dan Aykroyd or Phil Hartman or David Allen Greer, but he's okay. This is the back art of Midnight Run. These are part of the movie select. Want to get this, but this is highest giraffe booty online. They want like $100 or $80 for the Buckaroo Banzai Blu-ray movie select. I already have the first two. I just want to get the third one. I have this, not in movie select. I haven't seen this with Kurt Russell. Looks interesting. I have this on import disc Blu-ray. Have Hackers, but I don't think it's shelf back. It might be. The producers, I don't have any of those. Not that really interested in those. So, but Midnight Run, Shout Select, Charles Grodin, De Niro. Next, this is the old throwback. Not a throwback, but a throwback, way back. You have Burt Reynolds, Yul Brynner. If you ever watched 10 Commandments, he's the one that plays Ramses. I think one of the best performances he's ever given, in my opinion. The very sexy Raquel Welch, if you don't know who she was the it girl back in the 60s and 70s. Very attractive woman. The Fuzz, 1972 Kino Lorber. If I've seen this, it's been so long ago, I've probably forgotten it, so I'm sure it's been on TV once or twice. Fuzz. Next, talking about throwback, I'm going way back. How back? How far back? Way, way back. Just to give you a little, to frame it a little bit. Back in the 70s and 80s, you had your it girls. The girls you always see on the magazines, the teen magazines. Back in the day, it was Tatum O'Neal, Christy McNichols, and Jodie Foster. For this one, this is just Christy McNichols and Tatum O'Neal, Little Darlings. And I actually saw this first on Hamilton Book, and it looked reasonably priced. I looked on the internet and found it actually cheaper. And I haven't seen this in a while. This is Tatum O'Neal. That's Ryan O'Neal's daughter. Don't know who Ryan O'Neal is. He was actually married to Farrah Fawcett for a hot minute. They did a movie together, Paper Moon. Very beautiful. Is this I don't know if it's considered a digibook or not. Might as well say it's a digibook. A digibook with a cover. Beautiful pictures. That must be Armand Asante. I haven't seen him in a minute. That's Matt Dillon. Forgot Matt Dillon's in here. A young Matt Dillon. Tatum. A young Armand Asante. Matt Dillon. Christy McNichols. And the cover art, Little Darlings. And you have the 4K and the Blu-ray. And it's in a nice actual little book, Little Darlings, with a nice slip cover. It has little things so it doesn't get stuck. So very good job on the packaging of this. Beautiful. It's a Paramount release. And my 3D pick for the week, The Final Storm. This actually recent is something differently. I'll show you that when I go through my CLZ Movies app. Took a peek at this. Looks extremely cheesy. Looks just cheese, all kind of mozzarella, cheddar just coming off the screen. Looks very cheesy though. I'd be in a cheesy mood to watch this. Final Storm 3D, my 3D pick for the week. My classic pick for the week, the one, the only, the famous Red Fox, Pearl Bailey. Norman, Is That You? At Michael Warren. And I haven't seen this in years. If you're not familiar with this is somewhat risque for the day. 1976. This was dealing with Red Fox, Pearl Bailey's son, who been trying to hide that he's been gay. And I know nowadays it's not really a big deal, but back in 76, that's kind of somewhat groundbreaking. So very funny movie. Haven't seen this. Looking forward to watching this. This should get a Blu-ray release also. So if my channel ever gets big enough so I can influence people, Kino gives us a Blu-ray release. Now, this is my Dollar Tree, eBay, Amazon pickup for the week. You know what time this is. You know what time it is if you're familiar with my channel. Time to separate the plastic from the artwork. See which one of these or some of these hit the shelves. And I'll get you good people on your way. Hold on. I have everything scanned in, almost everything scanned into my CLZ Movies app. C is in Camelot, L is in Lara Croft, Z is in Zootopia. Only thing that didn't scan in, Norman, Is That You? Let's knock this out. I have everything laid out, ready to be put back in its proper place. As usual, I appreciate each and every one of you tuning in, leaving comments. If you made it this far in the video, smash the like. Give me the big thumbs up. Other than that, may the best of your past be the worst of your future. Everyone be safe. Deuces.